We're going to start today's yoga class lying on our backs. So coming into a nice comfortable position, allowing the legs to stretch out nice and long on the mat. The shoulders relax down, the arms are alongside the body. Allowing the breath to just be nice and gentle within the body. The body's being nice and supported by the mat beneath it. Starting to take some nice deep inhale breaths through the nose. And gentle exhale breath through the nose. Inhaling relaxation. And as you exhale, releasing anything unlike relaxation. Inhaling peace and calm. And exhaling anything unlike peace and calm. Letting go of any anxiety, any worry, any stress that your mental, physical, emotional body may be holding on to during this practice. And start to bring that deep connection to the breath, inhaling through the nose. And slow exhale through the nose. Inhale. And exhale. The next inhale, starting to move the hips side to side, back and forth, bringing a little bit of mobility to the lower back, to the hips, to the pelvic region. Just a little bit of gentle movement here. Taking a nice deep inhale breath, bringing the right knee in towards the chest, interlacing your fingers around the shin. And as you exhale, pulling that knee nice and close in towards the body. And at the same time, we're grounding the left leg down into the mat. Slow, steady breath. The shoulders remain nice and soft. And just bringing awareness to the jaw, making sure you're not clenching. And we're maintaining that nice deep breath throughout our practice. Inhaling. Gentle exhale. One more inhale breath. And with our exhale, switching legs, right leg connects down, the left knee comes in towards the chest, the fingers interlace. And as we exhale, making space so that compression between the thigh and the body is nice and tight. The shoulders relax, the breath is nice and steady, the right leg is grounding down. Inhale through the nose, and exhale. Another nice deep breath in. So exhale, breath out. One more inhale. As we exhale, the right knee comes in towards the chest, both knees are up against the body, nice and tight. And maybe the arms, scoop the legs up into a nice big hug, just rocking from side to side. Massaging out that lower back, getting rid of any tension, any tightness. And allowing the left foot to connect down to the mat. The left knee is bent and crossing the right ankle over the left thigh, coming into our figure 4 stretch. On an inhale breath, the left leg comes in towards the body, the hands interlace behind that left thigh, and you can go ahead and use the right elbow to gently chest, the right knee away, opening up that hip area. And then relaxing the shoulders, coming back to the breath. See if you can maintain the right foot staying flexed, helping to protect the knee. You can come as deep as you want into this pose. Taking a breath, every exhale, see if you can bring that left leg in just a bit closer towards the body. Slow, steady breath as we work through the hips, releasing tightness, releasing tension. Inhale breath. And exhale breath. Another nice deep inhale. As we exhale, the left foot connects down to the mat and crossing the right ankle over the left leg and straightening that right leg up into the air. The hands can interlace behind the shins, the left leg rounds down into the mat. And with our inhale breath, bending through the elbows, tucking the chin in towards the chest, coming into a nice reclined splits. Opening up through the hamstrings. Always an option to take a nice little micro bend to the knee here if you feel too much pulling on the hamstrings. Nice deep breath in. Exhale, breath out. One more breath in. And as you exhale, lowering the shoulders and the head first. Allowing the right foot to connect down to the mat, right knee is bent, and carefully placing the left ankle across the right thigh. Inhale, right leg comes in towards the body, coming back into the figure four on the opposite side. And you can use that left elbow to gently press the left knee away, opening through the hip area. The left foot is flexed, the shoulders are nice and soft. Nice deep breath in. Again, using those exhales, see if you can get that right leg just a bit closer to the body. Nice deep belly breaths, breathing into the belly, into the chest, nice and steady. And slow exhale, really slowing the release of the breath down. Nice deep inhale. Gentle exhale. One more breath in. And as we exhale, the right foot connects down to the mat, carefully uncrossing the left ankle from that thigh, extending the left leg into the air, hands interlaced behind either the thigh or the shin. Allowing the right leg to connect down to the mat on an inhale breath, chin tucks in towards the chest, slight bend to the elbows as we work to stretch through the hamstrings on the left side. Coming back to the breath, breathing through the release of tightness and tension. Feeling that length through the hamstrings. Bringing slight activation to our core here. Lower back stays nice and grounded into the mat. Inhale through the nose. Gentle exhale. One more breath in. And as we exhale, releasing the shoulders, the head down, both knees come into the chest. Give yourself a great big hug. Maybe rock from side to side. Slow, steady breath. Using the breath to control the heart rate, allowing it to slow down. And then releasing the legs, soles of the feet connect down to the mat, arms come alongside the body, palms facing down. On a nice deep inhale breath, grounding through the feet, sending the hips up towards the ceiling. Exhale to lower the hips back down. The feet are hip width apart. Nice deep breath in. Hips lift all the way up. Maybe squeezing the glutes at the top. And exhale to slowly lower down. And Another nice deep breath in, hips lift up, feet ground down into the mat. Using the hands and the arms for a little bit more leverage here. So you can ground them into the mat and lift the hips just a bit higher. Nice deep breath. And exhale, releasing down. One more time. Inhale, hips lift up. Squeeze at the top. Try not to rush that breath. Exhale, lower down, knees scoop up into the chest. Give yourself a great big hug. Maybe rock from side to side. Taking a nice deep inhale. Gentle exhale. Crossing the ankles, inhale, rocking all the way up to seated, or just gently making your way into a seated position. The palms come out in front of us, coming into our tabletop. In tabletop, the hands are grounding into the mat, the shoulders are directly over the wrists, and the knees are hip-width apart. Taking a nice deep breath in, you can keep the toes curled under. And as we exhale, walking the hands over towards the right and pressing the hips towards the left, feeling that nice deep side body stretch through the left side. Nice deep breath here. Slow exhale. Inhale through the nose. And exhale through the nose. Inhale, walking the hands back to center, and then over towards the left, the hips press to the right, again coming into that nice deep side body stretch, feeling the rib cage expand and lengthen. Nice deep breath. Slow release. Another nice deep inhale through the nose. Exhale, returning back to center, bringing the knees nice and wide, the hips sink down towards the heels, setting up for our child's pose. Walking the fingertips out towards the top of the mat, letting the chest sink down, or maybe the chin or the forehead connect. Maintaining that nice steady breathing. Gently waking up the body, allowing relaxation to settle in, slowing the heart rate, slowing the breath. And if you find your mind wandering at any point throughout practice, going back to the breath and be counting it if you need to. Be coming into an affirmation or an intention and repeating that to yourself. Or just bringing the awareness to the physical body where you may be feeling the poses at that moment. Helping you to stay in the present moment. Taking another nice deep breath here in child's pose, working on opening the hips. With our exhale breath, grounding through our palms, shifting forward back to table. And this time allowing the hips to sink down towards the mat, making our way into upward facing dog. And the hands are grounding down, the shoulders pull back and together. And maybe lifting the gaze up towards the ceiling. If you'd like to modify this pose, you can come into baby cobra, bringing the belly down to the mat. The hands are underneath the shoulders, and the chest and shoulders lift off the mat. So just listening to your body. The pose feels best. Nice deep breath in. And exhale, pressing back into child's pose. See if you can leave the palms in the exact same place as we flow through child's pose to upward facing dog. Nice deep breath in child's pose. And exhale back into our upward facing dog or baby cobra, whichever version of the pose you're working in. The hips are sinking down, the palms are grounding into the mat, lifting up and out of the shoulders. Inhale breath. And exhale. exhale back into child's. Settling into child's pose, maybe feeling a slight stretch through the lower mid-back. Inhale, breath. And exhale, coming forward, upward facing dog. And remembering to pull the shoulder blades back and together, the chest shines through, the hips melt down, maybe lifting the gaze. Nice inhale, breath. And exhale back to child's. Sinking down, allowing gravity to continue to open through the hips. Maybe rocking from side to side. Any intuitive movement is always welcome in your yoga practice. Inhale, breath, grounding through the palms. And exhale to shift forward, coming into upward facing dog. Palms grounding down, nice strong arms. Shoulders pull back and together, hips sink towards the mat. And this time with our exhale breath, gazing forward and slowly lowering the belly all the way down to the mat. The palms rest directly underneath the shoulders, the tops of the feet are pressing down. With our inhale breath, the shoulders, the chest, the head lift off the mat. And with our exhale, we lower back down. Inhaling to lift. And exhaling to lower. Inhale. And exhale. Inhaling, slow and controlled breath, trying not to rush the movement. And exhale. This time on our inhale, seeing if we can hover the hands over the mat using just that lower back strength. And exhale, lower. Again with the hands hovering, inhale to lift. And exhale to lower. One more time, inhaling through the nose. And exhale, lowering, palms connect back down. And pressing back into child's pose. So taking that moment, bringing the knees nice and wide, hips sink down towards the heels, walking those fingertips forward, finding that length through the spine, and melting down towards the mat. Coming back to the breath, slowing it down, nice and controlled, inhales through the nose. And exhale through the nose. And taking a few more breaths here. Another nice deep inhale, starting to connect the palms back down into the mat. And with our exhale, pushing back up into our tabletop. Taking a moment to curl the toes under. And with our exhale breath, lifting the hips up towards the ceiling, coming into our downward facing dog. And in down dog, the palms are grounding down nice and firmly into the mat. The shoulders are nice and soft. Allowing the shoulder blades to slide down the back. There's no tension in the neck, maybe shaking the head yes and no. The gaze is between the legs. It'll be fine, there's too much pulling on the hamstrings here. Taking a nice little bend to the knees, see if you can lift the tailbone up towards the ceiling. And slowly allowing the legs to begin to straighten. It's not our goal today to have our heels touching the mat. We want to keep our back, our spine nice and straight. Keeping that navel pulling in towards the spine. And on the next deep inhale, start to bend the knees, gaze forward between the palms, and start taking a bunch of little baby steps until the feet come up towards the hands. Inhale to our halfway lift, palms rest on the shins. And exhale to fold, palms rest down, so taking a nice deep bend to the knees if you need to, allowing the chest to rest on the thighs. Inhale to our halfway lift. And exhale, fold, palms down. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, folding. This time allowing to grab for opposite elbows if you want to heel toe your feet so your feet are hip width apart. And coming into a nice passive fold. Maybe swaying from side to side. Maybe bobbing up and down, whatever helps decompress and loosen the back. Slow, steady breath here. The upper body is nice and soft. The feet are staying grounded into the mat. Inhaling through the nose. Exhaling through the nose. Another nice deep breath here. And with our exhale, the palms ground down, bending the knees, and slowly walking the feet back into our downward facing dog. And holding down dog for a few breaths. Again, maybe swaying the hips from side to side, helping to loosen that lower back, relieve any tension, any tightness. Maybe you want to pedal the feet out, bending one knee at a time, or pressing the opposite heel towards the mat. Just listening to what feels good for your body. And at the same time, we're staying nice and connected to our breathing. Another nice deep breath in. With our exhale breath, knees connected back down to the mat, bringing them nice and wide, and coming back into child's pose. Slowing the breath down, allowing the heart rate to steady to calm. Allowing any thoughts in the mind to just come and go. Nice, slow, steady inhale breath. And a gentle exhale breath. Another nice deep inhale. Slow exhale. With our next inhale, pressing into the palms and shifting forward into table. From tabletop, we're going to make our way into a seated position. The soles of the feet connect down to the mat, the knees are bent, walking the feet away from the body, placing the hands on the mat by the hips. And we're going to cross that right ankle over the left thigh. And if you'd like to walk that left leg in, the hands can come behind the back for some support. Fingertips pointing out or in, whatever feels best for your wrists. Making our way into a seated figure four, really targeting the glutes here. Really working on opening up, lengthening through the piriformis, sciatic nerve. Slow, steady breath here. The closer you walk that left foot into the body, the deeper you're going to feel this stretch. So you can play around with your foot alignment, either walking it in or out. Coming back to your inhale and your exhale. Inhaling through the nose. And as we exhale, slightly bending the elbows, walking that left foot out so you can carefully remove the right leg, placing the right foot down on the mat and crossing the left ankle over the right thigh. And walking the right foot back in towards the body. Keeping the left foot flexed, and breathing into any tightness and any tension. And using that breath to control the heart rate, to slow everything down, to stay in that nice, deep, relaxed state. Inhaling through the nose, and exhale through the nose. Another nice deep breath in. And as we exhale, walking the right foot away from the body, taking a slight bend to the elbows, carefully removing the left foot and allowing both legs to connect down to the mat, keeping the feet flexed, pulling the toes back towards the face, grounding through our sit bones. The legs are nice and heavy on the mat, pulling that core into the spine, lifting the crown of the head up. Inhale, arms reach up. And then with our exhale, folding forward. And you can come into a passive forward fold if you'd like, allowing the hands to just rest wherever feels comfortable, maybe allowing the chin to tuck in towards the chest gently. Or the hands can grab for the shins, for the ankles, the outside of the feet. Maybe the peace fingers grab for the big toes. Whatever feels best on your body, however you want to slow the practice down. Slow, steady breath, keeping the feet nice and flexed. Inhale through the nose. And exhale through the nose. Gentle exhale. One more nice deep breath in. Exhale, releasing, coming back to center, bending the knees, soles of the feet, come nice and firmly on the mat. Arms come alongside the body, bringing a little bit of activation to our core to slowly roll all the way down to the mat. Slow and steady, one vertebrae at a time, until the shoulders, the head connect down. Scooping up the knees, bringing them in towards the chest, gently rocking from side to side. And alleviating any last little bits of tension that may be holding on in the lower back. Inhale through the nose. With our exhale, both feet connect down to the mat. The hands can rest wherever feel comfortable. And both knees gently fall over to the right, coming into a nice passive twist. If you'd like to put a pillow or a block underneath the knees to help support the body in this twist, it's always an option. Allowing the shoulders to remain nice and heavy on the mat. We're twisting in the lower back. Nice deep breaths into the belly, into the chest. Maybe closing the eyes or softening the gaze. Inhaling through the nose. And exhaling through the nose. Inhale, bringing the knees back up to center. And exhale, allowing them both to gently fall to the left. And the face is nice and soft and smooth, no tension in our jaw. And the shoulders are nice and heavy on the mat. Slow, steady breath. Nice deep inhale. And gentle exhale. Inhaling. And exhale, coming back to center, scooping both the knees into the chest, giving yourself a great big hug, pulling the knees in nice and tight, maybe pulling the nose up towards the knees, rolling into a tight little ball, rocking from side to side. Nice deep breath in. And exhale, releasing down to the mat. Allowing the arms to stretch out alongside the body. The legs extend, or if there's any tension in the lower back, you can bend the knees, soles of the feet, ground into the mat, or placing a pillow or a bolster behind the thighs. Making any little adjustments that you need to be as comfortable as possible for our final resting pose. Allowing the feet to gently fall out to the side. The toes are nice and soft. The legs are heavy, relaxed. No tension remaining in the pelvis or the lower back. The belly and chest gently rise and fall with the breath. Fingers unwind and curl, nice and soft. The arms are relaxed. Relaxation spreads up through the shoulders into the neck. The jaw is unclenched. The face is smooth. No tension in between the eyes. The eyebrows unfurl, relax. The entire body is now relaxed. You can stay in this state of peace, of calm, for as long as you need to. Thank you so much for practicing with me. The light in me bows and honors the light in you. Namaste.